Penn Speak Radio, hi.
Hello there.
Mr. Robin Trower.
Hi, how you doing?
Me. I don't, you know what, Robin, I made it after 34 years. Every day's a Friday in my world.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
I'll bet you do. Listen, on the phone with the incomparable Robin Trower, man. I'll tell you what, I go all the way back to the days, not quite as far as the Paramounts, how it all started out for you, but definitely with Procol Harum. And it's great to have you on board with us and looking forward to the show here at Penn Speak. October 31st, Robin Trower is going to be here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to coming to Penn Speak as well. It's one of my favorite places to play.
You've been here before, and I'll tell you what, I've got some great friends, man, and two of them are guitar players, and they do okay, but they sit there in awe. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a different kind of a show. You're, after somewhat of an absence, you're returning back to the stage in the U.S. for like about 6 weeks, and you got your, like, a favorite trio lined up. I think you have Richie Watts on bass and vocals, and Chris Taggart on drums, right?
That's right. These are the guys I've been working with, the last, obviously I haven't been touring the last couple of years, but before that they were out on tour with me in Europe, and also helping me record my latest CD. And yeah, I love working with these guys.
I'll tell you what, you are certainly amazing. I've been in your presence and seen your shows, and the way you bend the Fender Stratocaster like no other.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's unbelievable, man. And it all started, Paramounts. I mean, you actually grew up on like the seaside, like a resort area there in the UK. It was like
in Essex, yes,
yeah.
In Essex in the UK, yeah, that's right.
And
in Domsey.
Here you are playing soulful blues music, and started out with the Paramounts there a long time ago, and big break. And I know the whole story behind you, so this is kind of like, down the road path for me. But Gary Brooker gave you the big break to join Procol Harum. Crazy awesome group.
Yeah, that's right. That was the first time I was really able to sort of learn how to make records, and we came to the States. It's the first time I did proper big touring and all that. So it was like my schooling.
Yeah. When you say schooling with Procol Harum, how old was Robin Trower back then? I'm not trying to put a thumb on your age, Robin. Really, I'm not.
Well, I was 21.
Okay.
I'm 69 now.
Yeah. We get better with age. We all get better with age. You haven't you haven't lost a beat. You really haven't. And such a stellar individual. I mean, I'll tell you, I can't wait for the show. Friday, October 31st, Robin Trower right here at Penn Speak. You're not going to want to miss it. There was a story. I read this. I don't know if I read it when I knew I was going to do an interview with you, or if I read it before in some of the musical journals that I read. Is it true? Because I had this gentleman on the show with me as well. Ian Anderson, of course, I'm sure you know, Jethro Tull fame. Is it true that one of the members in the band at one time turned you on to a Stratocaster, and you've been an endorsee ever since?
How I came to pick up a Strat in the first place was Procol Harum was on tour with Jethro Tull.
Okay.
And the guitar player, Martin Barr, his spare guitar was a Strat, and it was on the stage one day, and I picked it up without asking him, which was rather rude. But I tried it through my amp, and I fell in love straight away, and I went out and bought one the next day.
No kidding. And you've been playing it ever since?
Yeah, absolutely.
Playing it ever since. I like to approach an interview that isn't the same old, and you have done countless interviews. Let's focus on that for just a second. From Robin Trower's point of view with a friendo Strat, what makes that work for you? What makes it different?
Well, it's the Strat is the only guitar that really has what I call a vocal human voice quality to its sound. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the attraction of it, really.
Yeah, all right.
It can be a very musical sound, even though you overdrive it as well. That's a great combination.
It's you're going to see him play it live right here at Penn Speak, and Procol Harum days. I mean, gosh, still playing that song. Still playing Wider Shade of Pale, one of their biggest, and still making my set list right here at this radio station and on my radio show. Unbelievable stuff. You know, when I think of bands like even like Procol Harum, you playing with anybody and everybody from the Stones to Jethro Tull to the Claptons and everybody that you've come across in your illustrious career, it brings me back to a club that is no longer there, but I'm sure maybe it'll invoke some memories or maybe even a story or two from Robin Trower. But I remember reading, it was the starting point for so many. And I talk about the Marquee Club.
Yeah.
Did you play there? Were you there? I mean, that was maybe talk about that with Robin Trower. Not taking anything away from Robin Trower and the show here, but just a little history on music. How engrossed that club was. I mean, I've read many a story on it, and how engrossed that club was with bands like yourself, the Ian Andersons, everybody. That was the place.
Well, I only ever played there once, and that was very early in my trio career, just after I left Procol.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you anything else about it. I enjoyed that night, but I never went there apart from that one gig.
All right, interesting. And then being over there, because it was such a starting point and such a launch for so many bands over there as well.
True.
I do like to hear some stories from people like yourself that are from the UK, and I like to just bring that Marquee Club up because, boy, what great reads if you get your hand on some different things. It was just, wow, the people that went through there. You, at least one time, being one of them. So many. You mentioned latest CD. I know we have, I think the last one that I remember even talking about, Roots and Branches.
Okay.
That was one that was just put out, I think, last year. Anything new? Anything new in the works, Robin?
I've just finished a new CD, which will be out in about 3 months. It's called Something's About to Change.
Oh, all right. And that's all you can say about that. I like it. Where do you come up with a name for the CD on that one? I mean, where did that come from?
That is the title track. That's the first song on the track on the CD, and I just thought it'd make a great CD title.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all about it. What Robin Trower says, I agree with, especially how he makes the guitar sing on stage. I can tell you that. And guitars don't. I mean, like he said, they have vocals, and a guitar doesn't even have really a mouth as we know it. So you're going to have to see what goes on October 31st here at Penn's Peak. Information, Robin. I love the website, trowerpower.com.
Thank you.
You get all the information right there. Robin Trower and friends. You'll see the tour, the contact, the store. What is it that keeps Robin Trower going? Because, here you had a little bit of an absence, and then certainly you on stage and such a class act. But what keeps Robin Trower coming back?
Well, you're constantly trying to improve what you do. Why do you think you're moving forward? I think that's the sort of main inspiration behind it. But I'm very fortunate. I do keep coming up with songs. And if you come up with songs, you've got to make CDs, and if you make CDs, you've got to get out on the road. Mm-hmm. So it's a cyclical. Keeps moving.
Honestly, when you think back, I mean, when you started out back into the Paramount days, or picking up your first guitar, and I often ask this. I mean, some have said, "Oh yeah, this is what I envisioned." Has Robin Trower ever envisioned this? That at 69 and still kicking ass on stage, that it would last this long?
No, I don't think you've got any concept beyond. At that age, you're just thinking a couple of years ahead, maybe. Mm-hmm. If I could ever become a professional and earn my living being a musician, that would be wonderful. That's what you hope for. Mm-hmm. And, of course, at that time, you never sort of thought that one day you'd be playing in America, the home of the music that you love. So it's all been... I've been blessed. Yeah. There's no doubt about it.
We've been blessed to certainly have you as well, and I'll tell you, it is unbelievable, the talent. And I say this, and it is unreal. If you're any kind of a music fan, Robin Trower, October 31st, Halloween night. How's that? Is that a little spooky?
It doesn't mean a whole lot to people from the UK.
Oh, really? Halloween doesn't? No.
No, not really.
Okay, all right. Not here either. I mean, I don't know. I run into scary people 365 days a year, Robin. There's scary people all over the place all the time. Not on Halloween, but we were able to get Robin Trower October 31st, Friday night here at Penn's Peak. And honest to goodness, I'll tell you what. Like I said, you're any fan of music, you got to it's a hell of a show. And what a great lineup with some of your best buds.
Yeah.
I hope you're not
over egging the pudding a little bit.
There you are. And where does Robin Trower call home? Still in the UK?
Yeah, I live in Hampshire.
All right.
Which is sort of south of London.
All right. Okay. And is that where we're calling from right now?
No, I'm actually in Albany, New York.
Oh, well, you're not too far. I just had an email from some people that are up there in Albany, New York, that are actually listening to the show. So how ironic! They're kind of like in the area of Niagara Falls, or over by Buffalo, a little further
right.
over.
I was just in Buffalo.
Oh, nice, very cool.
Yeah.
What's a memory, and then we'll cut you loose. I'll tell you what. First of all, thanks so darn much to be able to talk to Robin Trower, and somebody that I've listened to all the way back into the Procol Harum days, Paramount, and coming through the ranks and played with anybody and everybody. First of all, I am very grateful for your time. I really, truly am.
My pleasure. No worries.
I mean, but a memorable moment. Somebody of your stature, a memorable moment in music history that maybe some of us wouldn't know, or maybe we haven't read about you. Is there anything you can share with us?
Yeah, well, the one thing I always think of as being a real highlight was the first time we ever played the song Bridge of Sighs, which was at the Winterland in San Francisco.
Yep.
I hadn't even finished the lyric. I think Jimmy had to sing the same verse twice, but that was pretty memorable, the reaction we got.
Interesting. Very nice. And, let me, and this just brought something else up, and then I will cut you loose. Where does the inspiration come from with your songs, just like that one, which is unbelievable? Coming up, it's like a 40th anniversary of Bridge of Sighs. But where does the inspiration come from, Robin Trower, on the music, that you're still able to write and do it so damn well?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, if I knew where it came from, I think I'd draw on it more often. That's the thing, I pick up the guitar, I play for fun, ideas come. That's how simple it is, really.
Interesting answer. I could go on and on and on. The best thing and the best compliment we can give the Robin Trower is for those of you to get on the website, trowerpower.com, see where you can catch a show. He's going to be here, right here at Penn in Jim Thorpe, October 31st on a Friday night, and it is one that is worth the price of admission. It's just that damn good. I am very grateful again for your time. Continued success. And thanks for what you've brought to the table for all of us music lovers, man. And like I said, all my best to you. Safe travels to you, your family, and the rest of the band.
Thanks, Doc.
Robin Trower, thank you so much. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.